What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are creating the best tier list for the 3v3 mode in Dunk City Dynasty. Like and sub for more amazing gaming content. So the way this works is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of give us like a blank slate to start with. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to rank the players based on my experience, what I've heard, me just kind of looking at their stats firsthand. From there, then what we're going to do is I'm going to have you, the viewer, comment down below and let me know which ones you would like to see changed. So let's say I put a certain player in a C ranking or a B ranking. Let me know if you think they should go in the A or they should be below. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to collectively take all of the comments, the added suggestions for changes from you, the viewer, and then we're going to make another tier list, and it's going to basically be like an updated tier list with all of the community suggestions, so that way we can really shape this and try and get the most accurate, or I guess realistic tier list that everyone kind of agrees with. I got the tier list right above my head, and then I got the player we are talking about. You can see them kind of on the right. Towards the end of the video, I'll make the tier list bigger. I know it's a little bit small now, but I want you to still be able to see the players as I'm talking about them, and then as we're going ahead and moving everything around. Let's go over point guards first. Also, I want to do another tier list for like the 5v5 game modes, because I think that some of these players are better in 3v3, and then some of them are a lot better in like a full 5v5, like full team. So first one we got is going to be Luka. Really good ISO creator. Awesome, amazing creative passer as well. You get some buffs to your team as he goes ahead and passes, like increasing your team's accuracy when they go ahead and catch a pass from him and stuff. Good 3-point shooter as well. Overall, for me, I think Luka's a pretty solid player to pick. I'm going ahead, I'm putting him in the A. Next one we got is, I don't know how to pronounce this name at all. I have not heard too many good things about this player. I have not tried them out just yet. So for this instance, I'm just going to go ahead and putting them in the D, because I've heard like a lot of people complaining about this. I don't see this player really used hardly at all. You know, maybe you've had amazing success with them. Let me know in the comments and we'll go ahead and we'll bump them up. Next one we got is going to be Steph Curry. Very amazing, insane 3-point shooter. Also really good off-ball movement, so you can get open very easily to get those wide open 3-point shots. Curry is obviously, I would say, one of the top chase players and one of the best players currently in the game right now. We're putting him at the top in the S. Next one we got is going to be SGA, another one absolutely insane. We're going ahead, we're putting him also in the top tier S. Really awesome ball handler, super easy to shake opponents, like his uncanny layup, uncanny dribble, uncanny shot. He's just really overall an insane threat, just really able to create his own space and get those shots up. Next one we got is going to be Chris Paul. Now, I haven't heard too many good things about Chris Paul. I heard a lot of people complaining about him and not saying that he's like that good of a player in this game. So it's kind of unfortunate. I have not tried him out yet, as he is still locked for me. Taking a look at some of his skills, he's got stuff like hidden pass, so he's a really good passer. We know that. Also pretty good solid D. But right now we're going ahead, we're putting him in the C. From what I've heard, he's not that great, but we'll see if anyone has any other suggestions, and let me know if he should be up or down on the board. Same thing with Westbrook. I've heard actually a lot of people complaining about Westbrook in this game and that he's not that good. He misses his shots all the time and just really not that good of a player to invest in. This is another one that I'm going ahead and putting him in the C. Next one, you guys, is going to be Jamal Murray. Now, I think he's actually one of the better point guards. I feel like he's right up there with Luka. Not quite as good as Luka, but I definitely think he has some really awesome skills. So for me, I'm going ahead, I'm putting him in the A. Next one, we got is another player. I don't know how to pronounce this name either. I've heard some pretty good things about this player. We're going to go ahead, we're going to put him in the B right now in this middle area. Next, moving to the shooting guards, we got Seth Curry. Unfortunately, I've used him quite a bit, and he, I feel, is really lacking. I didn't enjoy playing with him. I felt like his skills were not the greatest. He's okay with shooting threes, but I feel like there's a lot better players that can, you know, shoot threes in this that also do other things. So unfortunately for me, I'm putting Curry. Like, I feel like he's down at the bottom in the D area. Same thing with Dennis Schroeder. I used him. I even leveled him up and stuff. I used him in like 3v3 Dynasty mode for like the auto. And he's a huge liability on defense. Like, a lot of the times he's getting absolutely shook. His ankle's broken. For me, I'm putting him in the D. I don't think he's that good. I don't recommend using him at all based on my experience with him. Next one we got is going to be Klay Thompson. Another one that I've heard kind of mixed things about. Pretty good at shooting, you know, mid-game. That catch and shoot ability really helps out. Just quick release, easy to get off a shot. The hard closeout is pretty decent also for defense, but overall this is one that I feel is like mediocre. We're putting him in the B. Next we got is Devin Booker. This is another one that is kind of like almost another Klay Thompson. Really good offensively, like has some pretty cool skills and stuff, but another one that's like really a liability on defense. Doesn't really have any good defensive stance, not stealing, not stopping the ball at all, is easily going to get their ankles broken and driven by. So another one that I feel is kind of mediocre in that B area. Next one, guys, is going to be Jordan Clarkson. I feel like he's a little bit of a tough one to rank because I feel like he's like a A-, B+. He's like, you know, I feel like he can be really good. I like his catch and pull up. The competitiveness is also a pretty good skill that he has where, you know, you get a ton of different bonus effects like Mr. Big Time. In crunch time, his skills get enhanced, increased shot accuracy. So this is one I'm going to put him like at the A, like an A- for me. Finishing up for the shooting guards, our last one is going to be Jamal Crawford. Now he's okay. I feel like he's a bit below average though, unfortunately. Another one that I feel is like really a liability on defense. He's good though for 3v3 because he has that like ability to ISO, right? And in 3v3 there's a lot of wide open space. It's not like a full court game, you know. It's I feel like the ISO creators, the players that are really good at ISOing are better for these like 3v3s in this like street ball environment. I don't know, man. I feel like he's a little bit below average for me. Maybe a B-, C+. All right, moving on to our small forwards. We got Paul George. All right, now I think he's one of the top tier players because, you know, two-way player, team player. You get a lot of what I would say some of the best skills when it comes to just overall everything. Like you're boosting your team, you're able to play defense, you're able to play offense. Like this is what I would say. I would say Paul George in this game is probably the most well-rounded player. A lot of players in this game, they have stats where they're like really good on offense, but they're terrible on defense, or they're really good on defense, but they're terrible at offense. And then, you know, you got some players who are really good at boosting other players' stats, but, you know, they can't do anything else. He kind of is very well balanced, like with everything. He can do it all. I think he's definitely one of the top tiers. I'm putting him in the S, maybe like a S-. Next one we got is going to be Cam Johnson. This is one of the players that you get to choose to start with. Really easy to go ahead and max out. I think he's a little bit better than what some people are giving him credit for. I feel like, you know, I've heard a lot of people like say he's awful, but then I've heard some free to play people say, hey, he's really good. I think he's pretty decent, right? I don't think he's like awful. He's got some pretty good skills for just going ahead and just scoring, right? He's a really good scoring threat when it comes to three-pointing and like mid-range driving and stuff. Like, you know, he's got a good bag when it comes to offense. So I don't think he's a D. I think he's, you know, better than some of these other players. Like I would go ahead, I'd put him in like the C area. Not quite a B. I mean, maybe you could put him a B-. Next one we got is a player, I don't know how to pronounce this name. I'm not even going to try it. really good lockdown defender. This is actually one of the really good players that's amazing on defense. I think just because of that, I would definitely highly go ahead and put them in like the B area, like a B plus, almost like an A minus. I mean, you know, put them in the A minus for right now. Next one we got is going to be LeBron James. Really good player overall. I feel like what they did with him in this game, he's not an S. I don't think they made him super overpowered in this game. Like I still think like SGA is better and Curry is better, and I still think even Paul George is kind of better, you know, just based on the skills. But I think LeBron James is definitely one that's really close to being an S. I would definitely argue and say LeBron's like an A plus. Next one we got is going to be DeMar DeRozan. It's got that Euro step. The Euro step is really cool. I do like that. Okay, offensively, but like, again, I feel like doesn't have like any, you know, crazy like defensive skills. He's just kind of more of an offensive threat, which I feel kind of, you know, puts him in the B area. Next one we got is going to be Andrew Wiggins. I feel like he kind of falls like into that B category as well. He's got okay scoring, and he's got, you know, the Wiggins block. A little bit more defense, you know, at least than DeRozan, but DeRozan has more offensive threat, so it kind of like feels like it balances it out. Next one we got is Gordon Hayward. This one I've heard mixed things about, not too many good things. A lot of people just specifically don't like Gordon Hayward. From what I've heard, they said he's not that great. I feel like he could be like in the C for me, like a C minus, D plus. Next one, Morris Peterson. This is another one that isn't supposedly the greatest from what I've heard. I've seen a lot of people say that he's really bad. I'm going ahead. I'm going to put him in the D for right now. Let me know if he should be moved up. All right, my friends, we're moving on to the power forwards. I know this is a bit of a long video. Thank you for sticking around. Next one we got for power forwards is going to be Zion Williamson. Now, I actually have him pretty much maxed out with his levels and almost maxed out all of his talents, except for like one. There's like one little thing that I got to do left for his talent, for his alley-oop dunk that I got to unlock. Otherwise, I pretty much have him maxed out. My experience with him, he's been pretty good offensively. I mean, an absolute force down low in the paint, dunking it like just all the time. Easy dunks, right? I will say, though, he does lack a little bit of defense. He does have his leap step block, which is pretty decent. I mean, he can block shots occasionally, but I feel like he's really easy to play, which I do recommend for new players, but I don't think he's someone who's like super top tier. So for me, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put him in the B area. Next one we got is going to be Jonathan Kuminga. He's another one that I feel is pretty decent. Not super overpowered. I'd say kind of balanced. You got your two-step dunk, which is pretty cool. A little bit of an offensive threat, too, with the aimed three. Your pick and pop, which is really good. I do like the pick and pop, being able to set a screen and then pop out for a quick three-pointer. I would say he's like one of the better Bs. I don't feel like he's quite an A, though, unfortunately for me. I think he's like a B plus, A minus. Next one we got is going to be Julio. Mobile expert. This guy, closeout machine, shoot and dunk. He's another one that I feel like is kind of average. Nothing that's super duper OP or anything like that. For me, I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to put him in the C. I think he's like falls into that B, C area, like a C plus, B minus. Next we got is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. I feel like he's super broken. I'm putting him in the top tier in the S. I definitely think he's better than Paul George. Next one we got is going to be Kyle Anderson. This one, okay. Time freeze dunk is a pretty cool skill, I will say. You got your slow-mo pass, force drive, a long arm steal. Overall, just kind of, a pretty solid player. One that I would say is a little bit closer to the higher end of the Bs. Finishing up the power forwards, we got Antonio McDyess. I feel like he's pretty decent. Another one that I feel is kind of mediocre in the B area. You've got some of your offensive threat, but mostly just dunking. He's not really going to be shooting threes or he's mostly just, you know, dunking, lots of dunking and stuff, and then a little bit of defense as well. All right, and finishing it up, my friends, we have our centers. First one we got is going to be Clint Capella. Clint Capella is actually what I would say one of the really good players in this game that isn't like a superstar rarity, right? He's more of a somewhat easier kind of player to get on the rarity scale, and he's actually really good. Like, he's got his snatch block, standing dunk, leaning screen, the Capella rebound, the Capella block, your tip in. Like, you can pretty much do a ton of different things. Like, absolutely an insane elite rim protector for sure, and a rebound master. Wreak havoc in the paint. Really top tier for me. I think he's one of the better ones. I'm gonna go ahead and putting him in the A area. Definitely not an S. I would say he falls more into the AB area. Next one we got is gonna be Jurkic. I haven't had too much luck with him. I've used him like a couple of times. He's pretty decent center, but I feel like there's a lot better options out there, unfortunately. And from what I've heard from other players as well, they're not like super duper fans of him. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put him in the C for right now. Next one we got is gonna be Steven Adams. This is one that I have not quite maxed out, but pretty close. He's pretty good, but not like amazing. I can't quite put him in the A, even though I want to. I mean, you could say he's an A-, but I just feel like, I don't know, there's some very slight thing that I feel is lacking with him, but he's really close. Like, I think he's really close to being in the A area. Put him in the A. We'll put him in the A- towards the back. But I really enjoyed playing as him. A lot of fun, really just awesome over-round player. Next we got is going to be Nikola Jokic. Jokic isn't insane. We're going ahead, easily top tier S. Don't even have to think about it. He can do everything. This is another player that I highly recommend if you can go ahead and get them. Next we got is going to be Paul Gasol. Another one, really offensive threat, like crazy. Another all-around big, really good for that second chance as well. You got the catch and drive, just the footwork, insane ability to drive to the basket. Another one, easily top tier. I'm going ahead, I'm putting him in the S as well. Next we got is going to be Bam Adebayo. Really good. Another one, top tier. A lot of the centers in this game are ridiculously strong. He's got everything, right? He can go ahead, he can rebound, he can block shots, really good on defense. His offense may be lacking a little bit in this game specifically, but overall I think he's a really strong just defensive stance, right? A really good anchor. Put him in the paint and he really just protects the paint really well. He's another one that I feel is like in the B+, A- area. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put him in the A- right behind Steven Adams. Really good paint protector, really good for grabbing rebounds. Finishing up, we got Brad Miller. Now, I haven't heard too much about this player, honestly. I really haven't heard anyone specifically, whether he's like super duper broken or good, or whether he's really bad. So for this instance, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to put him in the B for right now. You let me know if we should move him up or down. All right, my friends, that is our tier list that we are starting off with. Please make sure you comment down below. Let me know who we should move. Do you agree or disagree? Which players should be up in a different category and which players should be down in a lower category? Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.